Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Adventure Prone 4x4. So on today's episode, it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We are going to be taking a seat, cracking a cold one, and we're going to have a chat about my HPD catch can, which I bought about 8 months ago. And we're going to have a look at what it's caught, and we're going to weigh up some pros and cons and just have a bit of a chat about it. This is going to be the first of what's a bit of a gear review segment, I guess. So really where we're just kind of having a chat about gear that I use, the pros, the cons, is this product the right product for you? Is it worth the money? So it's going to be the first of one of those videos, so take a seat, crack that cold one, and let's have a look. So before we get too far into it, we're just going to pop the bonnet and show you guys how exactly we check and empty the catch can. So that there's the catch can. You can see that we need to get that pipe out of the way, but if you check out the hose just here, I don't know if that's going to focus in, but behind that hose is a little dipstick there, and you can see there by the dipstick it is caught very little by the looks of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unscrew the bottom of it, and I'll show you guys how to do that now. So to remove the catch can, all you've got to do is unscrew the bottom can. Alright, and that's our can off. So let's go have a look at the contents. Alright, so I did mention a cold one, so today's video is sponsored by me. I bought this beer, and I'd really appreciate it if you could throw some recommendations for beer in the comments below, because I haven't really enjoyed this. Feel free to shoot me a suggestion. Cheers! So as I mentioned before, I've had the can for about 8 months. I've done 2 oil changes in between, 2 oil changes and a service, I think, but I haven't emptied it out once. So this is going to be straight up 8 months worth of oil that it's caught. So let's have a quick look. We've got our Bunnings measuring jug. I don't even know that that's gotten to the first line. Oh, it has. We're going to let all the rest of those little bits kind of seep out for a while, or we'll just leave it there. So, the cup says that we've caught just over 50 mils. Now, for 8 months, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. I mean, it's been in there for 8 months, and I know for a fact that there is still oil going through my intercooler. I've still got those little spurts of oil that are leaking through my intercooler hoses. Today, we actually have a script to run by, which is good, because otherwise it's just heaps and heaps of chopping and changing. So, HPD as a company, I think they're Australian owned. I'm quite sure they are Australian owned, but the billet can itself, the catch can, is an Australian made product. And I like that. I like the fact that it's Australian made. HPD make intercooler kits, turbo kits, transcooler kits, intake kits, a variety of different car pieces. But for the price that was $380 of this catch can, you can buy a ProVent 200 can. You can buy a ProVent 100 for, I think, probably close to $250. You can buy your flash lube catch can kits. They're over $400, but great kit. You can buy a Ryco make a kit, and you can buy eBay knockoffs for they're about $100, probably less. I wouldn't recommend going anything under the $100 mark, otherwise you're really getting nothing more than... I decided on the HPD can because it looked nice. So we'll run through some pros and cons of this particular catch can. Now the pros being, obviously it has caught some oil. It has caught something, it's caught over 50 mils, which, to be fair, I would much rather have this in this cup now than running back through my engine. It is Australian made and possibly Australian owned. I'd have to double check that. I probably should have before I shot this video, but they're definitely Australian made. That catch can is billet aluminium, made in Australia. It's aesthetically pleasing. That's half the reason I bought that over the ProVent. I went for the same price. I might as well get something that looks mint. Another pro being, it's a solid construction. The bracket's sturdy, everything's sturdy. There's no plastic in it at all. It feels solid. It's a well-constructed bracket and a well-constructed can. Another pro being the dipstick. That is so easy to check how much oil you've got in the can. It makes it so easy to check when you need to, is it filling up? Do I need to? It's very easy to empty. Now, with me today, I actually did have to, that thing's come kind of on and off a couple of times within the last 8 months, just me checking. But today I did actually have to get an oil filter wrench onto the catch can to get it up. It had just tightened up somehow. But it's very easy to empty, and it's very easy and very convenient to check how much oil you've got in there. And the last pro that I can think of is that you don't need to buy replacement filters, because there's not a filter, which is probably why it's caught very little. There's no actual filter, it's just an empty can. On the top side of the can, it's got like some meshy bits. It's got multiple meshy bits, which is all the filter it has, and obviously is not working as well as other kits out there. Some cons: lack of performance, obviously. Like I said, I'm happy that that's out of my car. I feel like there way could have been more. Like I said, obviously there's still oil running through my intercooler. Another con: you pay a lot for this can. You pay $380 is what I paid for it. Whether or not it's gone up, it's gone down. It's not as efficient as other competitors. Now, I'm going to leave some reading for you guys in the comments below. Check it out. It was Unsealed 4x4. They did a great write-up of the Great Catch Can Debate. If you guys are interested in this, I want you to go check that out. If you're looking at buying a catch can, you need to check that out before you buy something. They've done a great write-up, and I'm not going to bother doing a write-up because I've covered it all. So check out that. Also, check out 4-Wheel Driving Oz. He did a Why I'm Removing My HPD Catch Can. He did a write-up of that as well, and I do encourage you to go read that as well, because that has some really interesting points in there as well, and it's actually backed with statistics and actual research that has been done, and I'm all about the figures. So check out those articles if you are looking at buying one, or if you're just remotely interested in it as well. Both of those were a great read, so check them out. I'll leave them in the link below. Overall experience: am I happy, am I sad? I'm pretty neutral. Like I said, I'm glad it's out. It's obviously done something, and it looks good. I'm relatively neutral. If I was leaning towards the side, obviously I would be leaning towards sad. It's, like I said, it's caught some. I know I could have, and that's the thing. I know I could have gotten a better product for the same money, if not less, if I just had a bit of the bullet and got the one that was less aesthetically pleasing. Don't get me wrong, this thing looks awesome in the engine bay, and at the time that's what I was going for. I was just putting a new intercooler on, I was cleaning up my dual batteries, and I was putting bonnet struts on, making the bonnet nice and shiny and clean and new and nice to look at, and that's why I bought that can. That, and because I knew that I needed a catch can of some description, but knowing now what I know, I wouldn't buy the same one. Would I buy the same one again? No. I would buy the ProVent 200 for sure. For the same price, even if it hit that $400 mark, 20 bucks, the fact that I know that it's going to pull out more. The only con to the ProVent 200 is that you do actually have to replace filters. And I think they're about 70 bucks a filter. Don't quote me on that, that could be wrong, but let's say that they were $70 a filter. I would way rather pay that to replace a filter just to know that it's catching more. So, to say the least, I am pretty disappointed in the catch can. Like I said, I do urge you guys to go out and buy a catch can if you have a diesel 4-wheel drive. I really would recommend it. What I would not recommend is jumping to conclusions, buying something that's more aesthetically pleasing than it is mechanically pleasing, and do your research. Check out those articles that I'm going to leave in the link below, and they'll help you make your mind up. There's plenty of catch cans out there, but would I recommend this one? Probably not. So overall, I'm going to give this a score of about 6.5 out of 10. I feel like 6 is a bit harsh, and I feel like 7 is way too generous. But I'm going to go with a solid 6.5 out of 10 for this product. Would I recommend it? No. Has it done its job? Yeah, to a degree, but yes. And that pretty well concludes our video today. I just wanted it to be a nice quick video. Like I said, we've got more gear reviews to come. We've got more videos on the Mort build. We've got more on my build, and we've got some camping trips coming up as well. Thank goodness, but it has been way too cold out here to go camping, so bring on the warmer weather, I say. So guys, you can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, obviously YouTube. Don't forget to hit that little bell button on YouTube so that you get a notification every time I post a video. As always, if you have any suggestions, anything you'd like to see, or anything that you think could even just make the quality of my videos better, I'd love to hear it. Put it in the comments below. I do try to reply as much as I can. Sometimes comments do sneak in, and I do miss them, but I do try to reply to them whenever I can. So any questions, drop it into the boxes below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.